My name's Eliezer Goldsmith, where I'm from London, and it started when I changed my name from Elliot, because I grew up not religious and not affiliated, I suppose, as they say. And I went on a spiritual journey, and I became Eliezer, which is the name of Rav Dessler, whose yahrzeit is the same day as the Baal Tanya. So for me, it's a very deep significance. I feel kesher to him, to the Rav Dessler, because he was a very big movement for Yisrael to open up to the Torah of the Baal Tanya, from the Litvish world, the Yeshivish world, which is where I first headed. Where even originally, the real shliach was always Chabad in university. That was my first Shabbos, and the shliach there said that he was only there living in this place for like 20 years, bring up his children with Mesiras Nefesh just so he can makav me. But the Rebbe sent it for me, and I felt that kesher from the Rebbe. And when I got that name, Eliezer, and the Baal Tanya, and I took on myself to learn chitas from the beginning. And thanks to Levi Sudak and Edgeware as well for my first set of Tanya, and also with Mendel Gorman, Oliver Shalom. He just passed away recently, unfortunately. He's from my family, actually. So so with that, I was able to learn Tanya and on a daily level, and thanks now to Chabad.org, I was able to learn chitas from the email system, so I don't even have to have the svarim. I used to lose them, and then I'd have to go find another one, and now I just get it in my email box. It's part of my daily Tanya. And what I was always looking for, they're thank God they're great mashpiyim in the world of Chabad. There's Manis Friedman's people mentioned, and there's other well-known people. There's Alan Anava. There's lots of famous, well-known people. But for me, I was always looking for someone who could bring all of Torah, since I have a name and I'm more klali. I needed someone to be able to bridge Chabad into the world. And I just saw a quote from the Rebbe himself, from one of the Chabad's WhatsApp groups, and the Rebbe himself said that you should make sure that you should always work with other camps. You should be good to other camps, and with that aspect, you'll be able to bridge, what we're trying to do here. And that was a big, painful part of my journey when I saw that the camps weren't so united. I literally cried and cried to Levi Sudak, and he told me, it was a long time ago, but he said to me, you can't really go ahead in life taking it so sensitively. But for me to see that there is that friction and that lack of actors between the camps, so I was looking for someone, and thank God I do have a Rebbe in Yerushalayim who does work on bridging those camps and in his own way, the Ton Rebbe. But I needed someone in English, someone who was really going to represent that for me. And for me, that's like my mission in the world in a way. It's because I'm about Shiva. So when I go back to England, I see all my secular friends and my secular family. And how can I bridge my life with theirs? That's always the big challenge. And in the Frum world, there's all the different divisions as well, especially in Eretz Yisrael. So that mission to bring Achdus, Be'emes, to Am Yisrael, is going to come from the Torah of the Tzaddikim and the Derech HaPanimius. And that's what's drawn me to Rabbi YY Jacobson, and seeing him be able to speak as an army chaplain to the soldiers, being able to see him to speak to all kinds of different camps of people, and be broad enough to draw everyone into that inner world that the Baal Tanya offers. And I think that for me is what I want to get out from this. One, I'm very happy to meet all of you as different people from different communities and be part of that reality of Achdus and Am Yisrael. But the real inner point is to get to that point. And I know myself personally, I'll share this with you, that Shabbos, I learned with my wife Tanya, and I learned about Tanya's Torahs on Shabbos with my wife, and it's pushed me away from even wanting to go out with Tishim or Shalom Zochos or all the Chevra, because I see that my wife actually wants me to learn it with her. She wants to connect on a deeper level, and that's something which that's very powerful as a Shalom Bayis tool and building that inner connection. So I just want to thank very much Rabbi YY Jacobson for being a shliach for us, and very much for me personally, and thank all the people who do the work online, that it should be accessible, because I've never met the rabbi until today, and I've never met any of you. And it shows the power of the internet, and this is something also the frum world needs to understand.